Good morning and welcome to this week's Pastor Blast. Today is Tuesday, November 15th. So I was going to take the easy way out and do a recap of what's going on in your youth program. I still think it's important that you know what's going on there because things are moving, things are evolving, things are changing. We're moving in a forward direction. It's so awesome to see these beautiful, bright faces as they come and go. I understand that life is busy, but it's such a joy to see them when they're here. But this morning, I felt convicted that I needed to share some truth with you. I feel as believers. I understand that when we go through life, there are good and there are bad things that happen. And the best way that we help others, how we help our brothers and sisters, is by witnessing to them about what we had gone through, the good and the bad, to give them hope and strengthen their faith life because they can relate to us and help them see what it looks like to be on the other side. So I have a question for you. Who are you in the waiting? Waiting for healing from a heartache, waiting in the healing of your body because cancer has crept in, or you had to have surgery on your knee, or waiting for a conflict that you have with a loved one to end. It could be waiting like me, waiting on the sale of your house. Or it could be you're waiting for where God wants to lead you, what your path should be, where He wants you to be. So, who are you in the waiting? It's easy to be earthly and forget about all His promises, to not be patient, to walk around in angst, anger, sadness, and a frustration. Or we can wait patiently, joyful, and in thankfulness, knowing and trusting He already has it worked out, hanging on to His promises and truths for healing in Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. For being patient in the waiting. In Romans 12:12, be joyful in hope, and patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. We have to remember that the promises of the Lord are unchanging. They stand the test of time. They're always true. We need to remain in faith and know that He's working things out for our good. And this is where our faith shows up, in the waiting, in the trials, in the tribulations, in the darkness, in the deep waters. He is our light. He is our air. He is our sunshine. So, who are you in the waiting? It's your choice. You decide. The fact that you're here listening to this Pastor Blast already means to me that you are a believer, that He has you. So, decide to leave all the angst, the anger, the sadness, and the frustration at His feet. So, who are you in the waiting? Decide and choose. Decide and choose to be patient like Noah. He waited on the Lord to give him dry land and an opportunity to start anew. Or be patient like Job. He experienced great personal suffering, first through the loss of his wealth, and then all 10 of his children in a single day died. And then soon after the loss of his own physical health, he endured these painful afflictions without the compassionate or wise support from his wife or his closest friends. And yet he persevered, and his faith and trust in the Lord's timing. Or choose to be patient like Daniel. Though he knew that refusing to pray to King Darius would get him thrown into the lions, Daniel waited patiently. He waited his fate. Rather than lashing out at his unjust punishment, Daniel waited on the Lord, and God was glorified in the display of his power as he delivered his trusting servant from the lion's den. So, my brothers and sisters, who are you going to choose to be like today, in this moment? Are you going to be like Noah, Job, or Daniel? Or are you going to take things into your own hands and walk around shaken, living in angst, anger, and sadness or frustration? It's your choice. Choose him.